So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
Things already rolling. Bellingham. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Jordan Pickford. He's a great all-round goalkeeper, Peter. Great at shot-stopping and dominant in his box. He also gets counter-attacks going with his accurate long passes. The opposition should be a little wary of committing too many men forward to attack, because if it does break down, this guy can get them in trouble pretty quickly.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Anderson. Spread out to the left.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Rashford wins the duel this time. Linton. Pass somewhat off target. Bellingham. Looking to play him in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Rashford! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Rashford really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
He is through here. He's going for goal. That was superb goalkeeping.
Saka is offering a right smile there.
Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Neymar. Gabriel. Rafinha makes a dash for it. Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Rafinha. Rice does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Kane. And the counter is on. And this is Kane. Bellingham. Kane. It's Kane! Goal! England! England take the lead. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus.
And there's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Linton. That's a nicely weighted pass. Has crossed into the middle. Rashford. Played backwards here.
Really got it.
And for the first half, that is that. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. England come in leading by just the odd goal.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
England with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. And we are back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Anderson. And it's Spence. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Played out towards the right wing. Saka has it out wide and in space. Oh, no joy this time. Bruno Guimaraes.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Guimaraes. Saka proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
And here's Rafinha. That's tidy. It's a promising position, and it's played into the middle. Oh, well played. Well, that has not gone well. Joelinton. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And he's opted for the long pass.
Brazil really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Great chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Saka, now it's Rashford. And he's managed to get free. Looking for the run. Great ball, and the shot! And that's a sharp finish. A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
And yes, it's him again. England are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Now it's Kane. Knocks it into space. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. England have time on their side now, as well as a two-goal lead. It is just about done. That's destined for the flank. Anderson.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And it's Bellingham. Now that looks a decent... Kane! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Couto. It's a good run down the right. Time added on will be... And that's that. England can take all the spoils, and it is nothing less than what they are perfectly entitled to. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Becklin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, And we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this. A capacity crowd here.
Well, it certainly doesn't feel like a friendly to me, Peter.
The atmosphere, absolutely that of a premium contest.
Yeah, and this crowd are demanding the most from their players, and it looks like they might get what they came for.
We're up and running then. Now it's João Pedro. Marquinhos. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the very all-round capabilities of this fella, Bruno Guimaraes. He's strong, competitive, aggressive without the ball, but one of the better distributors when he's on it. He usually slots into a deep midfield role, linking up with the wide men and centre-backs, but he's just as effective when he gets further up the pitch to find something more telling.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now that looks a decent ball. Now, can they get him away? João Pedro! Denied by an instinctive save.
João Pedro actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
That has not gone well. Bruno Guimaraes. England yet to have an attempt on goal. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, that's fabulous. No, he's just misjudged that one. Not the most convincing of passes. Bellingham. Rice. Now it's Kane. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's picked his way through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Paquetá. Strokes it back. Now it's João Pedro. Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Can he get onto this? Saka receives it in a wide position. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
England really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Rafinha. Brazil have the chance to go the other way. And it's made its way to him. Oh, that's nice. Tries to play it through. It's a sweeping cross. Oh, they continue each to cancel the other out. Back towards the middle. Bruno Guimaraes charging forward, the ball at his feet. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Played out to the left flank. Bellingham. Rice. That's a good ball out wide. It's a pretty loose pass. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many...
He's had a shot! And he hits the net! And the game has liftoff. Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Brazil have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Rashford. Chance here to counter. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
England are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Marquinhos does really well to win the ball there. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Paquetá. Couto has created one goal already. Here's Lucas Paquetá. Marquinhos. Looking to play him in. Rafinha gets into a good position. Now then, the ball's come loose. And it's Guimaraes. Nicely weighted. Great chance! And that's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And yes, it's him again. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Bellingham. It's a really well-measured ball. The most accurate pass. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Over to the right flank. He is through here. Oh, that was vital. And that is that. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I...
Decent chance! Bellingham. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in... Real chance! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Brazil really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Danilo. Now it's João Pedro. Rafinha has crossed into the middle. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Saka.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Gabriel calmly anticipates.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
First quarter of an hour gone. England yet to have an attempt on goal. Plenty to aim at here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Gordon finding himself in... Gordon! Bruno Guimaraes. James. Menu. Bellingham. Knocks it into space. Rafinha. Here's Bruno Guimaraes. Gabriel. Neymar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Menu. Looking for options for movement. And it's Marquinhos. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Now it's João Pedro. Now it's Rafinha. João Pedro. Now it's João Pedro. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that.
It's Kane! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, that's fabulous. They want to be quick to recover. Oh, and he shoots! Goal, England! That was a given. It always was.
It's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
England are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here.
Neymar! Oh, crossbar! Oh, what has happened here? Menu running with intent. Distributed tidily. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. England leading by 1 at the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
England can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score.
Substituição no time do Brasil. Camisa 11.
So, into the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
England do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
Gordon. There's a sharp little ball here. Gordon. Now it's Bellingham. And it's Spence. Now Anderson. Spence. Now then, the ball's come loose. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Now Anderson. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And now they can clear their lines. That's a delicate pass. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Spence. England are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's a really well-measured ball, but where it came from. Neymar. Couto makes a move down the right, and it's Neymar. Played to Danilo. Spread it left. Now it's Gordon. No, he's not going to get any further than that.
England couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Bruno Guimaraes. Now it's Neymar. Nicely spread. Couto has it in a wide position.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box. Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
No, he's not getting past him there. That's a good ball out wide. Neymar.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Looking tidy in possession here. Bruno Guimaraes. England moments now away from seeing this one out. Great chance! And that's in! We thought they were done, but never say never! And that really is so... There it is, the whistle, no avoiding penalties. So, by accident or design, neither team is giving way.
Well, both managers would have preferred not to go this far, but here we are. It's about nerve control now.
So we've gone as far as we can go, and this will now be decided by penalties. So, are we ready? Neymar to get things going. And he does it with poise.
Well, so far, so good, Peter.
Now it is the turn of the captain.
Yeah, good pen that.
So both teams on the board. João Pedro, second to go. Terrific penalty, no keeper's getting near that. So on to the second man.
Never looked particularly convincing for me. Well, I think he's overestimated the keeper's reach then.
Brazil are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Oh, that's a great get by the keeper. Well, whatever he did, it worked, did it not, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think he did well to hold his nerve then. Probably gave him that important edge. Looks like he's done it 1,000 times. Never looked like missing.
Bruno Guimaraes is fourth up. Big character, big moment, big save. Rice is the fourth man to step forward for them. And he sticks it away.
Well, he totally nailed that penalty, picked a spot, and didn't change.
So can he do it? Can he keep them alive? Oh! saved it, and that's done it! So in the end, they just about prevailed. All the emotional torture and travails, worth it in the end. Well, ultimately it came down to penalties. Any thoughts, Jim, having seen what you have?
England probably deserved that on the overall balance of things, Peter. They always seemed more comfortable, more focused. They weren't fazed by the prospect of penalties. I would say a job well done.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.